Alright, so the first thing that we gotta do is prepare lumber, and since I need it to be about this long and this thick, well, I need to join a few of these boards, and the first thing I gotta do is make sure I have two perfectly flat joints. Edges, I mean.
You would probably wonder throughout the video where the tabletop is. And to be honest with you, I decided to buy that already glued up and flattened, just because the size of it is a little bit too big for the size of my shop, and I really wanted this table to look good.
Once I'm done with the joints there, I'm going to use the table saw flatten or to square up the other edge of these boards. I'm almost ready for glue up. Here's all of the boards and all edges are ready to go, and it's now time to glue them together to get to the 2 feet wide legs that I need for the table. So the way that I want to do this is to have sections of 12 inches wide so that I can run it through my planer, but I'm not going to stress about it. If I can make it happen, it's alright. It's not that big of a deal, since these are going to be the legs of the table and nobody really is going to be down there checking it out anyway.
Here I'm using my Festool domino pack glue, or even dowels would work just as fine. Again, just like in previous projects, I decided to use my Festool because that way I don't have to worry about the thickness of these boards, since faces will be flat using the domino. So if you're using a dowel, you may have to work a little bit of that flatness of your boards once they're glued up. Once they are all glued up, I am using pretty aggressive sandpaper that I bought somewhere else. It doesn't even say the grit, but it's pretty aggressive to get rid of most of the stuff that I don't want on it. I'm trying to get a nice smooth surface, and I'm also going to be using CA glue to fix some of those holes that are in this wood. A few weeks ago, I actually won a giveaway from Starbond, and they sent these little stones, and I'm using this CA glue. After seeing it, to be honest, I wish I had used clear CA glue rather than this brown one, but the idea was pretty cool. Okay, so here's a challenge for everyone watching this video. I made a mistake here cutting these 45s for the longer sides of the table legs, and whoever is the first to catch it and put it in the comment section, I will give you a mention in my next video. So pay attention and tell me, where was my mistake here? Hey, if you enjoy this kind of videos, watching this kind of projects, let me know by hitting that subscribe button, that like button, and leaving your comments. Even if this is not my full-time job, I enjoy making these things and I enjoy making the videos, and it will mean a lot to me. Now it is important to do a small chamfer at the bottom of the feet to avoid them getting caught on anything, especially in my case that it's going to be sitting on carpet, but as well, avoids the possibilities, or reduces the possibility of getting chipped if anything, if it gets caught or hits something as you're moving it. Here I'm just measuring to kind of get an idea of where I'm going to place the legs, seeing where it would be a comfortable way to sit, and once I'm happy with it, I'm going to mark where I need my dominoes to be. I'm using dominoes to attach the legs to the tabletop. To be honest, I was a little bit concerned about wobble, or like the table shaking a little bit, but no, it does not. This method actually is very, very strong. Here I'm doing a little bit of dry fit before I commit too much into making more holes on the table, and I was having a little bit of a hard time there, and you'll see here that I have to take one of the domino out in order for it to actually go in. I was so happy when it went in. I felt relieved. And if you can see there, I scratched, or I sanded a little bit of the finish off. I did not want that to be there really, and I just sanded it off a little bit for the glue to have a better bond. I'm not sure that that's the case. It just made me feel better, and nobody will ever see that, so it didn't really matter all that much. But it's time to do it for real this time, and here I struggled a little bit again. And more than before, I was getting very worried and super relieved that it worked out. And here it is the finished product. I love the way that it looks.